Hello, friends. I am here to share the information regarding Chapter 4 Human Settlements of Class 12 Geography. First of all, question arises, what is a settlement? Friends, it can be a cluster of dwellings where humans live. It can be of any size or any type. It can be a small or large dwelling which ranges from a hamlet to metropolitan cities. These sparsely located small settlements are called villages, where people are engaged in mainly agriculture or other primary activities. The thickly populated larger settlements are called towns or urban settlements, where people are engaged in secondary and tertiary activities. Now we will discuss about rural settlements in detail. These are mainly concerned with primary activities such as agriculture, mining, fishing and forestry, etc. Major functions of the rural settlements are agriculture and other allied activities, and each settlement specializes in various activities. Here density of population is generally low and size of settlement also is very small. Rural settlements derive their life support and basic economic needs from rural based primary activities. They provide various foods and grains and raw materials to the people living in urban centers. People are less mobile in villages. Their social relations are intimate and informal. Villages have to face many challenges in the countries like India, which are developing countries. Lack of infrastructure facilities in rural areas, like absence of toilet and garbage disposal facilities, create the main challenge. Moreover, inadequate supply of water, waterborne diseases are common problems. Here, we have seen many times women cover long distances to fetch safe drinking water. In rural areas or villages, houses are made up of mud, wood, and thatch, which are damaged during floods and cyclones. Here, droughts and floods are very common because most of the time farmers are dependent on monsoons. At the same time, we can see unmetal roads and lack of modern communication network also create problems. Roads are not properly built up and they become unusable during heavy rains. People suffer a lot due to lack of good educational and health facilities also. My dear friends, villages face many challenges, but at the same time, several positives are there. Rural areas provide several materials, raw materials to industries. For example, sugarcane to sugar mills, cotton to cotton textile centers, fruits and vegetables to food processing units, jute to jute mills, and so on. Now, easily we can compare the main points of differences of rural settlement with urban settlements. Rural settlements in rural settlements, people are mainly engaged in primary occupations, and in urban settlements, people are mainly engaged in other than primary activities like secondary and tertiary activities. Villages, as already we have discussed, provide raw material to cities, and this raw material is processed into finished products in urban centers. Rural areas provide food, grains, vegetables, fruits, etc. to cities, while cities provide services to villages of various types. Generally, people have low income levels in villages and they earn high income levels in cities. Large number of people migrate to cities from villages, which results in low population density in rural areas and high population density in urban areas. And that is the main reason overcrowding and congestion in cities become a major concern. Besides, many migrants, those who are not able to afford reasonable and quality housing, they contribute in the development of slums. And slums have become a major problem in cities. Now we can talk about the types of rural settlements. Physical features like nature of terrain, altitude, climate, and accessibility of water, and cultural factors like social structure and caste and security factors influence the rural settlement types. These settlements can be divided in four categories: clustered settlements, semi clustered settlements, hamleted settlements, and dispersed settlements. Now we'll talk about clustered settlements in detail. These are compact and houses are closely built up here. In these type of villages, the general living area is different and separated from the surrounding farms. Here, intervening streets show some recognizable pattern also, such as rectangular pattern, radial pattern, or linear pattern. Now we can see the features of semi-clustered settlements. They are fragmented settlements. They are formed mainly due to the tendency of clustering and coming closer in dispersed settlement areas. At times, they are the result of segregation or fragmentation of a large clustered village. Few sections or groups of society are forced to live in the area which is little away from the main cluster. Generally, landowners and dominant groups live in the heart of the village, and on the other hand, so-called lower strata of the society and manual workers and laborers live in the outskirts of the village. These semi-clustered settlements are commonly found in Gujarat plains and several parts of Rajasthan also. Friends, let us talk about hamleted settlements. What are these settlements? These are fragmented settlements into several units which are physically separated from each other. Locally, they are known by Panna, Para, Palli, Nagla, or Dhani, etc. in various parts of India. At times, these settlements are formed due to various social and ethnic factors also. These are more commonly found in the middle and lower Ganga plains and parts of Chhattisgarh and lower valleys of the Himalayas. Another type of villages are dispersed settlements. They are present in the form of isolated herds or hamlets of few herds in remote forested areas. They are found on the slopes of low hills along with a farm or a pasture land. Dispersion of settlement is often caused by extremely fragmented and unfavorable nature of terrain. They are mainly found in the states of Meghalaya, Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh. Easy to remember, my dear friends, as they are mainly found on the slopes of the hills. That is why it is very easy to remember Meghalaya, Uttarakhand, and Himachal Pradesh are the areas where these settlements are mainly found. In the end, I would like to thank you all. I hope all the students will find it beneficial. Friends, I would request you people to subscribe the channel, press the bell icon to get all videos quickly. Comment in the comment box your questions, your queries, your demands and suggestions will help me to serve you better. Thank you very much.